Hey guys, good morning. So my car is about to get here. They are bringing it to me and then I'm gonna go to the bank to get the cashier's check. So I'm very excited. It's about to pull up. Okay, look at it guys. It's here. Oh my god, it's so precious. I'm obsessed. Look at it. Guys, how amazing and cute is it? I love. The car is officially mine. Pep, are you so excited? We have a new car. So this is what it looks like on the inside. I'll do a full tour, but it has literally all the features I wanted, guys. Has a sunroof. Actually, I didn't even know it comes with like a steering wheel heater, but it does. The seats are heated. It has the automatic trunk. And what else does it have? It has the Bose speakers that I really wanted. Like that was literally a non-negotiable because I love blasting music and I want to make sure it sounds amazing. So overall, I'm super pumped. I gave him the cashier's check, so we are finally good to go. I genuinely never thought that I'd be able to buy a car on my own, let alone negotiate and sign and get insurance and do all that crap that you need to do. So this is a very big adulting experience for me. It's not for the faint of heart for sure, but I think over the years I've gained a lot of different knowledge about cars, and honestly I couldn't have done it without my brother. He was a huge help in picking out the process and making sure I wasn't getting ripped off. So I will do a little bit more about that later on, but yeah, that is it. I'm leaving, gonna go to the gym, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I just got gas and I definitely wanted to let you guys know. So I filled it up with $35, which I think is really good. I don't know why I thought it would be more. People were telling me that it's super good on gas. I kind of don't remember from all the Mazdas that I've driven around. I do recall it is good on gas, but I think the time that I feel like it wasn't as good was when they gave me Mazdas that had turbo engines, which obviously is going to take up more gas. So I'm excited to see like how efficient, you know, this car is, and you know how good it is on gas. So I'll keep you guys updated, but so far so good. This is my second day with my brand new car, and very exciting. So I did buy Peppa a car seat from Amazon. We're waiting for it to arrive, but meanwhile we are improvising and I just put her bag on the seat. I think she's actually enjoying it. She's enjoying being being able to see the scenery. So exciting things, Peppa, exciting things. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see up there, but it also shows the speed limit and what you're going at. And yes, I am filming, but I'm still looking at the road. So when I come close to a car and I'm trying to like turn, like it'll tell me that there's a car next to me so I don't turn. So it does have sensors, and it's so funny because the guy said that it only had back sensors, it didn't have front sensors, and it totally did. He also said the car didn't have CarPlay, which it totally does. Also, I would love to add that it has always been a dream of mine to basically purchase a car in cash. Literally, I've always wanted to do that, and I did it. So this is a big milestone for me, y'all. But thank you guys so much for like all the encouragement and all the sweet messages, and like I just love how excited we all are about this new car and like all the features. Like it makes me excited because y'all are excited, and I hope that you guys can also find the car that you guys want if you are looking for one. I know there's a lot of people that are trying to buy a new car or upgrading, so hopefully, you know, if you're thinking about a Mazda, this video is helpful for you guys. But also just yeah, I was literally thinking about this like on my way here, and I was like, oh my god, I mean, this is like a milestone that needs to be celebrated. But also I think it was funny because over the weekend I'm like, oh my god, they are picking up this Lexus on Monday and I really need to get a car. And I genuinely didn't think it was gonna happen because I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna find something that I really love or that has all the features I wanted. So like I did pray about it, and I was like, God, please like put a car that like has everything I want. And I literally looked at different places online on Sunday night, and I texted, or the guy texted me, like the dealership guy, and then I basically texted him back and I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, this is what I'm offering, and I'll come get it tomorrow. And I went the next day and got it, and it's just like super exciting. Yeah, so then I got it, and it was just cool because I mean, this car has way more features than I anticipated, and it has all the features that I really wanted. So like, it couldn't have been more perfect. Although like, maybe I would have wished it was a little bit newer because it is 2018. Like, honestly, it's in really great condition. There's like a few little things here and there that, you know, aren't a deal breaker, but that bother me a little bit. But overall, I'm like super grateful. So that was just another update. I know I keep updating, but that's it. Say, why are you shaking, Peppa? Are you okay, baby? Are you okay, Munchkin? It's all right, baby. So I am in my new car. Sorry, I'm wearing a lot of makeup. I'm going to the Maluma concert on my way, but I wanted to finish this video and give all the updates, talk about everything there is for you guys to know about the car. So why did I go for the Mazda CX-5? Honestly, I've been obsessed with this car for like 4 years now. Ever since they loaned me this car, I like have been obsessed, and I think I have really great memories in the loan cars that they've given me because I've taken trips, have gone to Austin. Like, I've done so many really fun things with this car, and I really wanted an SUV. I've had cars all my life, and I hate being low to the ground. I'm a very like claustrophobic person, so I need big spaces. I need a big car, and I knew that I really wanted an SUV. And I also knew that the CX-5 that I wanted had to be a Grand Touring, because the Grand Touring is the premium package that has all the really cool features. It's gonna have leather interior, it's Apple CarPlay, it's gonna have camera, sensors, Sky Active. It's gonna have a lot of things that the regular CX-5 will not have. Also, the CX-5 has won a lot of safety awards over the years. So if you have a family, obviously that's something that you wanna look into because you do wanna have a safe car. I felt super safe. It drives super smooth, the brakes are really good, and just overall it's a really good equipped, overall wholesome car. Now, a lot of you guys were asking like the difference between the Lexus RX and the CX-5. So as you guys know, like I drove the Lexus RX last week, and I liked it. Like, I think it was a cool car. Like, it drove really smoothly. The brakes were just a little too weak for me. Like, I really had to push it in. So for me, that safety part of it, like, I'd have anxiety all the time because like the brakes just weren't really great for me. Also, I do feel like the console was just a lot. It was really cluttery. There was too many things. There was a pad, there was the board, then there was like the console in the middle. Like, it was just a lot going on. So I like that the CX-5 is just simple. It has your screen, it has your buttons in the middle, and you're good to go. So I really enjoy that about this car as well. Now, what are some features that I really wanted that I knew these were like my non-negotiables, and why I ended up getting this car was because this car literally had everything, and I've been looking for months, and it's so hard to find a car that has all your features that are within your price range. So although this car did have 28,000 miles, it had the parchment interiors, which is like this white interior color. It's like a cream color. Now, if you do get a regular CX-5, it's not going to be all leather. It's like a mix of leather and suede, which is like totally not a vibe. But with the CX-5, with the Grand Touring, like some other features that I really wanted was the Bose speakers. Like, I really wanted the speakers because I love blasting music, and I like feeling like a vibe in my car with music, you know what I mean? So that was really big for me. It also has like a rear camera. I don't know what that's called, but it has that, which is really good because, you know, for parking and purposes. It has sensors on the side, so if I'm trying to switch lanes, it has the sensors, which is really good. Obviously, it has like the display in the front, which I really like because it tells you like the speed limit, it tells you what you're going at, and then it also has like, if there's like stop signs coming up, like it tells you before you get to them. So I love that about this car. So it also has the garage activators, which is another plus. Like, that wasn't like something I wanted, but like obviously it's good to have. The seats are also like heated and air conditioned. I don't know what that feature is called, but Also another thing that I didn't know I needed, but it has. And then it has a steering wheel heater, which didn't even know that was a thing, but it also has that. So overall, oh, for sure I wanted a sunroof. Like, I needed a sunroof. Again, I feel claustrophobic at times, so I like having, you know, just seeing like I don't know, seeing the sky at times if I want to. Some of you guys were asking about like how I went into the dealership, like some tips and tricks on like negotiating. So I had gone previously to the dealership, and I think like I knew what I wanted, and like I did have something in mind, but then I went into the new side, and then I saw the CX-30 and the newer version, and I was just like, oh my god, like I want a new car, but this is the one I came for on the other side, which was also pre-owned. And I just kept going back and forth. So I think definitely before you go into the dealership, like make sure that you're going in knowing exactly the kind of car you want. And usually with the pre-owned cars, they have the list, the inventory that they have, so you can definitely look through and look at like, okay, if I want black interiors, you can click the different features and filter out whatever it is that you need so you can see their options, and then go in like knowing exactly the car that you want to look at, you know what I mean, and like eventually want to buy. Because I think for me, the previous times, like I didn't know what they had on site, and then we were like looking through on the computer, and I just feel like it was a lot of time wasted. Obviously, like I also didn't know what I wanted, so I feel like for them, like that's kind of difficult because they're trying to obviously make a sale, but when you're like iffy about what you want, it's hard for them. So I think this time around that I went, like I had contacted the guy beforehand, and I was like, hey, I want this car, I'm coming in tomorrow, I'm gonna buy it, letting you know up front that this is the price that I'm willing to walk out the door with, and I'm not going above that. So I think the car was originally like 28 something, like 28K. Obviously you still have to pay like taxes and all these other fees, and then you drive out the lot with however much, you know, X amount. So this car, I think with all the fees and everything that they were trying to charge me, it came out to like 32,800 or something like that. Obviously I negotiated, I took it down, I gave him a price, and like I think it's good for you to go in and be like, hey, like this is my out the door price. So that means like that's the price that you're willing to drive off the lot with the car, which is something that my friend Andrew from Nissan of Dallas taught me. So obviously, like if you're trying to negotiate the price in itself, like of the car, it might be effective, but then at the end they're gonna add all these fees, you know what I mean? So I think it's just good knowing like, hey, you know, like for me, I told him like, dude, I'm literally paying 30K out the door. That's as my max. So he went and talked to his manager. He came back. He was like, we can offer you 31,400. And then I was like debating. I called my brother for like a good 20 minutes. I was like, dude, I don't know. What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. And finally I was like, you know what? Tell him 31 and I'll literally go get the check right now. If not, then no. And he went and talked to the manager and he was like, okay. So then I signed and whatnot. Obviously they did take off like some things. Like I think they were going to tint the front windows. Obviously they're not going to do that anymore. They took out like the 3 years of like oil changes and stuff, which like is fine because I can just do that elsewhere. So I think, you know, just know like the price that you're willing to drive out the door with like set, and I think you're good to go. It'll make like the negotiating process a lot easier. Now, obviously, like we all know like car prices are really crazy right now, and like all the upcharges, and you know, because of like the chips and whatnot, like the shortage of the chips, whatever that means. So for me, like obviously I wish I could have gotten a new car, but like I think if I had gotten the new Cx-5 with all the features I wanted, it would have been like literally close to 40K, if not more, and obviously I wasn't gonna pay that. So I'm glad I got this like pre-owned, which is like a 2018, and obviously like I wanted maybe like a newer version just because the screen is bigger in the newer ones, but the inside looks like so nice to me, and it's basically like brand new. So I feel like, you know, it's not that I did get it, not that I got really a deal, because my brother was telling me that in 2018 this car was going literally for 30K. So, you know, it is what it is. You take your losses. buying cars right now is like super wild and crazy. So yeah, you're technically not gonna get a deal right now, but you can definitely make something work if you're really in need of a car. Now obviously, like, having my brother help me, and like, since he works for a car company, he was able to look up the VIN numbers, and that's also something that really helped me. He looked at the VIN numbers, and he looks at how much the cars are going for at the auction, you know, like the models, the year and everything. Like, he looks up everything that the car is, and then he'll be like, oh, that car is going for $27,000 at the auction. So I remember I told the dealership guy, I was like, hey, like, my brother told me, like, this car, if you guys were to sell it at the auction, it's like $27K. And I forgot what he told me. So technically they paid or I guess they were trying to sell it at $28K without, like, you know, any of the fees and all of that, without the title and whatnot. So obviously with the title, it was gonna go up anyway. So I think maybe I could have negotiated $30K, but I think it would have been really hard, because at that point they're not really making anything, because I was paying in cash. I think if I would have financed it, then they're getting like that little interest rate, and I could have gotten a little bit lower. But at the end of the day, whatever, I'm happy. I'm glad I did what I did. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for all the love, and just like, everyone's so excited, and I'm like, so sweet, because this is a big moment for me. It really, really is. But yeah, I hope you guys look into the Cx-5, look into the Mazdas. Literally, like, they're great, safe cars. They're so underhyped. Literally, when I first had driven it years ago, I didn't see a lot of people talk about them, and now every time I drive them, they're like, oh my god, I have that car, it's like the best car, I've had it for years, I love Mazda. So I think it's like getting there. But trust me, like, I've had so many different cars over the years, ever since I was young. Like, my parents, we had different cars, and the interiors are just unmatched in like this Mazda. Like, it literally is like having like a Mercedes, like, no joke, if not nicer, honestly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Love you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.